Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. In today's video we're going to be filming this Hoover VisionTech 7kg 1500 RPM model number VTS715D21X washing machine. I'm going to be doing it on a cotton 60 wash I think today, just to see if it works. I think it does work. I haven't really done any videos on it yet. I haven't done a test spin video, but I probably will after filming this video, as obviously that's just a standard practice in my on my channel whenever I get them. I have done it on a spin only already off camera and it does work, so really I don't have to really, but I think I will anyways. It's a very slim washing machine as well. I've got about 3 big towels and 1 little towel in there, and as you can see it's quite very slim for what it is. It's definitely not 7 kilos. It's not too dirty either, surprisingly. It's not the worst. There's no real mold, but the shock absorbers are definitely gone on this. I think this machine is definitely quite crazy because, like I say, it's fallen off the suspension springs and possibly just, fallen over on its side. I don't know. It's weird because the side has got some scrape marks on it, and like chew marks. I think I've shown in the community post. The soap drawer, we have a look at that. Let's close the door. The soap drawer is quite clean on this, actually, to be fair. There's no real mold. It's just more like soap scum, powder residue everywhere. I'll take this out and you can see it's just more like powder residue and just like it's gone off softener, it looks like. It's by far one of the cleanest washing machines I've come across in recent months. It's definitely, like I say, very slim washing machine, because when you compare it to my 10 kg dynamic next, the drums are a lot bigger, because if I had them towels in there it would literally just probably fill the bottom of this. But it is what it is. It's quite nice to have a slim washing machine, to be fair though, because it kind of fits in the corner quite nicely. But yeah, no, without further ado then, I think we'll stick it on a cotton wash. Well, I need to put some soap in and we'll see what it, see how unbalanced it would get, I suppose, with them dead shocks, and or if it actually works even. But like I say, I have no reason to doubt it doesn't work. Another weird thing as well before I start it, it's in the off position at the moment, right? But if I start pressing these buttons, it just beeps even though it's off. It's just, I've never seen a washing machine do that before. I mean, the only reason why I found out was because I leant against it when I was putting some stuff on top of the machine when it was switched on, and I heard it beep and I was thinking, oh, that's a bit odd, and then I kind of just pressed the button and I heard it beep, and then I pressed all of them and realised all of them make it beep even though it's off. Quite weird, but there you go. It's a Hoover, I suppose, isn't it? Right, anyways, let's get some soap into it and get it on. Right, let's open this up then and get some soap. I don't want to put too much into this because I think this machine's already got a lot of soap in it. Well, when I cleaned the soap drawer out anyways, it had a lot of powder build up on the pre-wash side. To be fair, I actually think that might do this wash. If I need to add more, then I guess I can. Maybe I'll add a bit more in a moment. But we'll put some softener in there, not too much. Let's close it. Actually, you know what, that'll be enough soap, I reckon. Yeah, it shouldn't be, it's not exactly a big load. Let's close it up. Alright, let's turn it to cotton 60. Let's see how long it will take. 3 hours and 27 minutes. I wish it would take 44 minutes just to do a 60. I don't know if you saw it did flash up 44. Right, so what's sensitive care add-on time? 3 hours 47, getting up to 4 hours. Jesus. Cold wash doesn't affect the time. I think it only affects the time on cotton's 94 when I had to play around with it. Let's see, does it? Oh, no, not. Maybe it is cotton 60 that it affects. I can't remember. Yeah, it is. It says in the manual cold wash shouldn't affect the time, which is a bit odd. It's only cotton 60 it affects the time. But I'm not doing any options. 3 hours and 8 is long enough for me. Hopefully it will reduce because we've not got that much in there. I suppose this is a good way for me to find out how good the load sensor is on this. I hope it ain't too bad, but I think that it should be alright. Without further ado, let's hit start. No more time for a wash, eh? No more time. I think one of the things I'm dreading with this machine, if it's sudslocks, it will obviously do them really stupidly high water levels, but I think the way I'm going to get around that is by just turning the water off if it does that. Because it's got an old pressure switch, so it shouldn't know, if that makes sense, because once it gets to a certain level, that's obviously when it knows there's enough water in there, if that makes sense. Like now there's not enough water in there, so it's going to add more water to get to the correct level for the pressure switch. But so far it seems alright. Yeah, we'll see. I've also got stuff on top of it, so if it tries to jump, it won't really jump, I don't think. It will probably just end up banging quite a bit. So now it's doing the main wash tumbles. It sends down to an hour 57 before I put the camera on, and now it's got an hour 54 to go. So really, that's actually quite decent, to be fair, the load sensor on this. I don't know what it'd be like with a full load, and I don't really know how the rinses will be now it's, I guess, sensed to small load. Because what I might do whenever I use this, put like the laundry on a rinse first just to get it all wet so it don't take as long. Or maybe I'll just leave it with a, you know, do a full load and just see how long it actually takes with a full load. But you know, to be fair, that ain't bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. I thought it was going to be like around about 2 hours or something. Which even still, 2 hours is not terrible. But if you haven't got the time to wait, then it ain't really handy. But I'm happy it's since like down from 3 hours, because there was no way I was going to wait 3 hours just for it to finish. I think I'd got quite impatient towards the end. I don't mind 2 hour washes, but 3 hours you're kind of pushing it, I think, you know. But I guess that's how these machines get the energy rating they get, don't they? This is only an A+ energy rated machine, so it's a bit odd, to be fair. It's not as if it's going to really be saving much energy by doing a longer wash. Or maybe if they made it even longer, maybe it would be an A+++, I don't know. Because that's how the mother Hoover, the one that's behind me, is. It's like the wash takes in at 3 hours 54, like cotton Zico wash for an A++ rating, which is quite insane if you ask me. It's weird as well because this has got a 1500 watt heater, I think, and the one behind me's got a 1600 watts, so really you think the energy ratings would be the other way around, but it isn't. The belt's kind of quietening down as well now by the sounds of it. But I bet that's going to be quite loud on spin or if I do a full load in it. But it's quite washing quite well, really. I have no real complaints so far. I think it's heating. I have to get the temperature gauge, or, you know, laser pointer, or whatever you want to call it, on it just to see the true temperature of it, or, well, roughly around what temperature it is, as I don't really think they're that accurate, to be honest. Alright, I'll come back to it when it's kind of heated up a bit, I reckon, as, you know, I'm not filming this from start to finish because my phone just simply doesn't have the storage for that. So it's got an hour and 22 left on the timer and it's still washing. It's quite soapy in there, and it's only reached around, what's that, 48. Not the best, really. I mean, I kind of expected this with this machine, to be honest, as it's one of these, you know, Hoovers that don't really heat properly, isn't it? Well, most Hoovers don't really heat the best, but what's that? I only had it on 3 degrees, so I'd say that's around 52. But you know, I think I can live with that. But like I say, sometimes it's weird because the Dynamic Next, it can heat quite well sometimes, but then it has days when it don't heat well, so it's just going to be one of them things. I think, well, maybe it's still heating, I don't know. Hoovers are a bit weird with their heat, and some of them are quite good and some of them are quite rubbish with it. I think it's the best way to put it. But I would have thought it would start draining soon, as the time's obviously, there's not much time left now on the timer. But you know, it's washing quite well. The belt noise has gone away, as I suppose, you know, it's all warmed itself up. But yeah, no, I'm quite impressed with it so far. Hopefully it does 3 rinses as default, I would like to think, but I'm not entirely sure. I suppose we'll find out. Right, first spin. I am absolutely dreading this because of how much it's sudsed up. I really didn't expect it to actually suds up as much as it did. I really should have just added less detergent. I kind of am regretting it now because I bet this is going to fill up to, you know, around about there. If it tries to do that, I think I'm just going to cut the water off when it gets to a certain level, because it's not, I don't want to waste so much water. It's quite ridiculous, really. Hopefully it won't error code if I do that. It shouldn't do. Like I said earlier, it should register that it's got water in it. Might not be too bad. I reckon it will sudslock though. Right, here we go. I think it's about a bounce for its first burst. I think that was our pre-distribution before he does an actual spin. This is a good start. I think it's going to do an emergency, no, it won't do an emergency rinse yet. I think it's going to do a high water level rinse now though. I better stay near the tap because I ain't having it fill 3/4 up, you know, halfway up the drum. I can't believe it's already banged on the first spin. I was not really expecting that. I don't know, it kind of did seem a little bit sensitive. I'm not sure. I suppose we're going to find out within time with how it is, but the way it's already banged, I suppose this machine will probably move quite a bit. I reckon it didn't really move much then because there is stuff on top of it, and if I didn't have that stuff on top of it, that probably would have moved. Oh god. Right, let's wait, let's see what it does. Well, I'm going to cut the camera here and hopefully it'll fill up for the first rinse. Oh, or not. Oh, okay, what are we doing now? This machine's got a screw loose, I think. Just a bit loose, you know. I don't really think it knows what it's doing either. Maybe this is an anti-suds thing, I don't know. Maybe it's going to try again or something actually. Never mind. No, first rinse, I bet. First rinse or not? You know what, I'll come back when it's actually doing something. Well, actually, hang on. No, I reckon, no, it is going to reattempt the spin by the looks of it. Okay, alright, that's good then. Hopefully it won't sudslock again, because then it probably will do an emergency rinse. No chance. Looks like we're going to be sudslocking again. Oh, this is going to be an absolute disaster. I can tell you that. Oh man. Alright, first rinse. How much water we're going to use? This is not good. You know what, I'll come back when it's kind of gotten to an adequate level and report if it's going to try and take more on, I don't know. Because I can tell you now it's probably going to feel very high. So, what happened was when I cut the camera there, it basically filled up with a bit of water and obviously it was tumbling, then it drained it back out and then it did a distribution and then went on to the first rinse. Thankfully it hasn't used that much water, which I'm quite happy about. I just hope it doesn't sudslock again, because I think if it does, it will probably do the, you know, full tub of water, which I don't want. But he keeps like making this banging noise whenever like the towel's kind of full. I will have to shut up in a minute so you can maybe hear it. It's not doing it at the moment, but I don't know if it's the weight hitting the lid or the drum hitting the sides. I'm not too sure. The drum is a bit lopsided in this machine, not gonna lie, because of how the springs are, because where one of the springs have eaten through, I can only put the springs on different locations, if that makes sense. I'm going to do a bit of an overview video of this machine on the inside, so you probably see what I mean. But it's not doing it at the moment. It's just because the towels, I suppose, can't really, you know, fall, if that makes sense, because it's got so much water in there. Right, it's doing another spin now, and let's hope it doesn't sudslock and gets up to some form of speed. I wonder if it will bang this time. final rinse. It hasn't really used that much water, to be fair. I was hoping it would do 3 rinses, but I suppose we just have to make do with 2. It hasn't rinsed too badly though, to be fair. It's actually rinsed quite good, despite it having a sudslocks and all that. It's got 22 minutes left as well, so I did think it would do, you know, 3 rinses to the scene. It's got 22 minutes left, unless it does a longer final spin. I guess we'll find out. Right, we're on the final spin now. It's got 16 minutes left, so I suppose it will do a longer final spin. But I'm guessing it's going to be more sensitive too, as the other one is. Oh no, never mind. I'll take that back. Well, it looks like it's going to be quite unbalanced then. Maybe this one isn't as sensitive on the final spin as my dynamic next. No, now it's going to be sensitive. So it's just gone through to end, the door's unlocked, let's have a look. It took ages on that final spin. It definitely did take around about 16 minutes, I think, because it was holding so long at certain points on the spin. They feel quite dry, actually, which is quite good. But yeah, no, it's not a too bad of a machine. It actually seems quite entertaining the way obviously it's as the shock absorbers are so gone, the drum moves around a lot more, so I reckon we're going to get some very deadly spins out of this machine, which will be, well, good videos for people if they like unbalanced spins, I suppose. There will be some more videos of it definitely coming soon, so yeah, stay tuned for them. Thanks for watching and I'll see you later.